I never thought I would be able to say this, at least not in the short time that I've been able to cover Vivo devices and how much I like Vivo devices, but I am in Shanghai with Vivo covering the launch event of the brand new X300 Pro and the X300. These are devices that not only are focusing on the experience that we love about what Vivo offers, but they're bringing in some of the Ultra features that we had last year with the X200 Ultra to our devices. Namely, if you can see here, this device has the case. It'll have the grip, it'll have the camera lens, and the attachments that the Ultra only had in the Chinese ROM or Chinese version of this device. And now this is coming to the global market. So without further ado, this is TK, this is the X300 Pro, and this is the X300. Let's check them out, unbox them, and see what makes them so special. The operating system this year is combined. We no longer have FunTouch OS and Origin OS. We actually have one OS launching at the same time, and that's Origin OS 6. And this is going to be a culmination of both operating systems, providing us a very unique aesthetical appearance that is also more fluid and more dynamic and more, I would say, responsive than what we've typically seen with FunTouch. So I'm actually really happy about this collaboration. But that also means the devices that I have, the X300 and the X300 Pro, are global edition devices coming in with Google services. So I'm really, really happy about that. The other big, obviously, elephant in the room is the fact that the X300 Pro as well as the X300 are both going to have camera kits that are compatible with them, similar to what we have with the X200 Ultra. That was basically the only device that got it last year. What I'm talking about essentially is the camera kit that was launched at the same time as the X200 Ultra that was also featuring the Zeiss camera lens that was compatible, co-engineered between Vivo and of course Zeiss to work with the X200 Ultra. Now that exact lens now works with the X300 Pro as well as the X300. But one of the nice things about this, which it's not activated yet, is that this is actually also going to feature NFC compatibility, meaning when you connect this to your device and you start using it, it should automatically switch into the mode of using the lens as opposed to what we've had to do with the X200 Ultra, and that meant going into the settings to activate it. But let's not waste any time. Let's start diving into the unboxing experience and what we get in these devices or what we get with them. Now, the X300 and the X300 Pro are basically devices that you typically get. The devices that I received, one had the charger, the other one did not. We're going to start off with the X300. The X300 is pretty much straightforward what you're looking here. The device comes in the box. There's a nice case that matches the color of the device. Absolutely very nice. We also have a charger as well as a charging cable and of course a SIM removal tool in the box. That's pretty much a very simple experience that we've seen in the past. And some of the biggest thing that I probably appreciate here with the X300 is the primary 200 megapixel camera sensor. Of course, we also have the 50 megapixel telephoto lens. We also have the 50 megapixel ultra wide. And of course, let's not forget the 50 megapixel camera sensor on the front. Now that means we have a lot of capabilities, 4K 60 across the sensors. That also means we actually have 4K 120 on the main sensor on the back here. Featuring Origin OS 6.0, we have a 6,000 milliampere battery in here, 6040. It has a 90 watt fast charging wired and 40 watt wireless charging. So even the smaller version features that. We have a 12 gigabytes of RAM, up to 16 gigabytes of RAM, and from 256 to 512 gigs of internal storage. Now, the processor on here obviously is going to be the brand new Mediatek Dimensity 9500 powering this device. And again, as I mentioned, it is running Android 16, of course, with Origin OS 6.0. The display that we have in here is going to be the smaller of the two. It's a 6.3-inch display. It's 120 hertz display, running at a resolution of 1216 by 2640. And of course, we have HDR10+, Netflix HDR compatibility. There's going to be a few colors available, of course, a black, a blue, a purple, a pink, and a red. And I love the fact that this is also featuring the ultrasonic fingerprint sensor that we have in here. We have SIM and eSIM support, dual stereo speakers on here. Very, very nice. And of course, now the last thing I do want to mention here, we do have USB 3.2 Gen 1, which also means we support video output, even on the standard X300. This is an absolute must now, especially with devices and more basically wearable displays that we're able to see on the market. And I'm happy to see that even the smaller version of the X300 is also going to support that. Now, switching it over to the X300 Pro. I started with the 300 because I felt like that was the simplest one to get into. The X300 Pro is a massive of a package. Now, you're able to pick up the device by itself, so the X300 Pro, and that's going to be the device. You get the device, you get basically a USB-C to USB-A cable in there, a SIM removal tool, as well as a case that matches the color of the device. There is no charger in the box that I received. I'm not sure, depending on the market where you're picking it up, there may and may not be a charger. Also, depending on the market that you're picking up, the size of the battery is going to vary. The device that I have has a 5,440 milliampere. And my understanding is that the China variant of this version will have a 6,500 milliampere battery. I'm not 100% sure what is the cause of the change in battery size. I do understand that, although of course is that the device will charge very fast. It has wired and wireless solutions. As we're looking at the box itself here, obviously we're going to be talking about the photography kit that comes with this. This is where the benefit of having functional options coming in from the Ultra side to the standard Pro and even to the standard 300. The box itself comes with everything that you need. And overall, what you're getting here essentially is a custom PGY camera. Sorry. What you're getting here is a custom PGY back. That's going to be the casing on this, and of course, a custom case made by PGY to be able to allow us to use not only the camera grip, which also has a built-in battery, the ability of also using the lenses that we're also able to use here, specifically the new lens that they have in here with Zeiss. This is pretty much This is pretty much the same lens that we saw with the X200 Ultra, although the difference here again is that NFC functionality that we're promised to start working soon. When we're looking at the specifications on this device, it is powered by the Dimensity 9500. That's very much the same. 16 gigabytes of RAM as well as 512 is the only configuration, so you're not going to have to compromise. 90-watt charging on this on the wired and 40-watt wireless, very similar. And again, the China variant will have the 6,500 milliampere version of the battery, but it is globally, at least in the one that I received, it did not. It had a 5,440 milliampere. Origin OS 6.0 on top of Android 16, exactly what we saw before. The camera stack on the back is a little bit also upgraded. I feel like improved over the X200 Ultra. So when we start talking about the camera stack on here, this is where we start differentiating a little bit from what we have in here. We still have a 200 megapixel camera sensor on the main sensor that we have in here, as well as a 50 megapixel sensor on the telephoto lens, as well as the ultra wide. The front-facing camera is also a 50 megapixel with a wide angle front camera. 4K 120, 4K 60, 8K recording as well. And one of the biggest differences between the Pro and the non-Pro is that we can actually shoot 8K with the Pro. That's one of the benefits that we have in there. The other option, of course, that what we're getting here is the display is a little bit bigger, of course, at 6.78 inches. It is a 1260 by 2800 resolution, 120 hertz refresh rate, and of course, HDR10+. There's going to be a few colors: black, brown, blue, and white. Those are the colors that are available currently. And one of the beautiful things, again, USB 3.2 for video out. That's going to be absolutely great. The main thing also is that Bluetooth is Bluetooth 6.0, which is an upgraded version from the 5.4 that we have on the standard model. Stereo speakers as well, and of course, all the same capabilities. A beautiful, large, flat display that we have on this device. The kit itself comes with almost everything that you need. You have the strap, you have the obviously the attachment for the different filters in there. It is a little bit smaller than what the X200 Ultra is because of the physical size. The X200 Ultra is still technically a larger display with curved display, a larger display, and it has curved edges on the side of it. This one is a flat display. If you are a fan of Vivo colors, if you're also a fan of Vivo photography and what they've been doing over the years, as I am, and many of us obviously here on the channel, I will probably say is the photography kit is a must-have. If you have the kit from, let's say, an X200 Ultra that you've had in the past, unless you're upgrading to the new series, you can keep the lens, you can keep the grip, and you can keep the strap. The filters, the rings, as well as the case and the adapter for the case, unfortunately do not match. It's a physical difference in size. So if you're able to pick those up separately, I would say go for it. Otherwise, make sure that you get the entire kit together. And of course, I do recommend picking up a few maybe filters and of course options in there. They do have the threaded rings on the side there, so for you to be able to mount them on the back of this unit, which is really nice. But at the end of the day, what we're looking here essentially is a camera system that has been improving year over year. So far for me, the X300 Pro has been performing as good, if not a little bit better than the X200 Ultra, and I still need more time. I've had literally, I'll probably say I've had literally about 24 hours with this device, from unboxing it, using it, checking out the different areas here in Shanghai, and of course taking some images that I'm sharing with you guys right now. Those are purely first 24-hour impressions. I am not only stoked, I am impressed, I am happy that, of course, obviously being part of it, but also the fact of what Vivo is doing with the global edition of these devices. Typically in the past, the Ultra has been basically something that stays directly only in China. This year, I feel like they brought in all of the Ultra functionalities to the global market, and they brought it into both the 300 and the 300 Pro. So with that being said, there's going to be a lot more content. Obviously, I'm going to be working on my review. Let me know in the comments below, what do you guys think of this launch? Are you as excited as I am about the launch of the X300 and the 300 Pro and the fact that we now have options for photography and of course improvement in the overall UI? Origin OS is going to have its own launch event. I'm going to try to make a separate video covering some of the main features there, but it is launching on device with both the 300 and the 300 Pro. I did receive a beta for the X200 Pro, and that is available in certain areas. I'm not sure if it's globally available. For now, these are the first devices launching the Dimensity 9500, the brand new chip from Mediatek that was just announced, as well as the fact of obviously running Origin OS 6.0 from VIVO that now matches the uniformity between Chinese and non-Chinese and global ROM. So we no longer have FunTouch OS anymore. It's Origin OS all across. Thank you very much for the support. Like and subscribe as usual, and I will see you in the next video. Bye-bye for now.